Good morning. This is a Get Up and Go breakfast show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
47 degrees, a white sky this morning, and I'm not sure about the haze and smoke. They're not calling for it today, but if you're still sneezing and coughing and plugged up, that could be allergies. It could be the smoke. It could be the haze. Maybe you have a cold. I don't know. It seems like everybody's walking around rubbing their eyes right now.
Man,
so,
I am.
Yeah,
Ugh.
It's pretty tough out there or inside. Either way. Hey, good to have you along. We're going to take a look at those school lunch menus. Before I forget to do that, we have a good show lined up for you today on a Friday. Good guests coming in. And, yeah, it's going to be good. By the way,
Yes.
I heard on Fox Sports this morning that
Yes.
the Cubbies went down last night.
They did.
Do you know what the beautiful Brewers did?
They didn't play.
Oh, good.
So thanks to that, they gained a half game on the Cubs because they didn't play.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I figured you'd be happy about that today.
Life is okay.
Uh-huh.
Today at the Prairie Pioneer Center, they'll be enjoying hot dogs, mac and cheese, and fruit. Call them at 872-6121 and let them know you'd like to come and enjoy their meal on this Friday. And that number again is 872-6121.
Ansley today serving nachos for lunch at Ansley Public School.
Did they get pounded on?
They got handled pretty good, yeah.
That's too bad.
Arizona took care of business.
They're tough, aren't they?
They are. They're fighting for a playoff spot. Yeah. So, yeah.
Baseball can be so disappointing.
Yeah, exciting one day and then disappointing the next. Welcome to baseball.
Yeah. Takes a long time for baseball to get to the end, but it's always pretty interesting towards the end. Arnold today, they're having pizza, fruit, vegetables, and milk at Arnold. And again, you folks in Arnold, if you're kind of a little bit maybe slow this morning, I'd recommend you go to Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in downtown Arnold. Walk in, say, you know what, I'm a little slow today. I heard on the Get Up and Go breakfast show on KCNI, KBBN radio, that if I just ask, I can charge this coffee to Brad Atkins. They'll write it down, won't cost you a thing, because he is so generous and filthy rich. Litchfield today, they're having pork ribs, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Thetford today serving walking tacos, black beans, veggie, fruit bar, and milk at Thetford Public School.
Filthy really has a lot of different meanings, doesn't it? I mean,
it can, yeah.
Well, go back to baseball. The guy throws a...
It can be positive and negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a baseball player. He's a pitcher. He throws a filthy breaking ball.
That was filthy.
Yeah. Then there's filthy like you haven't washed in a week.
Yeah.
And then there's filthy rich, which means you have a lot of money. SEM today, the Mustangs, they're having hamburgers, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Loup City today serving Italian dunkers or beef burrito. Choices today at Loup City.
Sandhill School at Dunning, Nebraska, lasagna, breadsticks, and corn.
Arcadia today, chicken drumsticks on the menu today at Arcadia.
Brocabo Middle and High School today, pepperoni pizza, chicken over rice, fresh glazed chicken over rice, fresh baked zesty combo sub, fruit, yogurt, and cheese platter. The grill station, and that's not salmon, they're having spicy chicken sandwiches in a basket and vegetables, fruit, and milk.
At Callaway today, showing pizza on the lunch menu today.
And Selma Myrna Public Schools, fresh-made chicken burrito supreme, Pizza Hut pizza, Uncrustable and cheese platter, vegetables, fruit, and milk.
Cozad today, cheese pizza, corn dogs, BLTE salad with hot rolls, some of your choices at Cozad. And at Gothenburg today, on the menu, made fresh glazed chicken over rice, cheeseburger, made fresh pepperoni pizza, fresh baked Italian turkey sub, some of the choices you'll find at Gothenburg today.
All right, today is Star Trek Day.
Oh.
Celebrating 57 years of Star Trek. The original series premiered on this day in 1966 with the pilot episode, The Man Trap. The series ran for just 3 seasons. NBC really blew it. They shut that show down for some reason and didn't stop it from becoming a legendary entertainment piece in our lives. Mm-hmm. Star Trek, everybody knows. Oh, yeah, Star Trek. It spawned 11 other shows and 13 movies.
Wow. Yeah. I was wondering how many spin-offs. 11, you say.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Whew.
But guys who fish prefer using the word spawned.
Oh.
You said spend off, but I think
okay.
You said spend off of that show, but as a fisherman, I prefer spawned.
Okay, all right. I'll remember that in the future.
Okay.
Thank you, Dave.
National Pledge of Allegiance Day.
Oh, good.
Do you remember the words to the Pledge of Allegiance? I think most people in this part of the country do. It marks the anniversary of the day the pledge first appeared back in 1892 in the Youth's Companion. The original version did not include the words United States of America or Under God. They were added in 1923 and 1954, respectively. So there's your history on the National Pledge of Allegiance. It's also, I like this one. You're going to like this one, too.
Oh, yeah?
National 401k Day.
Oh.
The Friday after Labor Day.
Okay.
Only 70% of Americans are prepared for retirement. But it's never too late or too soon to start. The 401k was invented in the 80s as a way. Now, get this. You're going to like this. I thought the 401k system was created for people like us, employees, and
I would have agreed with that thought.
Not really. It was a way for companies to get out of paying into expensive pension plans for all their employees. Thanks, you rich jerks. If your company doesn't offer a 401k, you can start your own by through any number of financial institutions, or just try to marry someone rich.
There you go. Yes.
But it really wasn't invented as a relief for the working man and woman.
Yeah.
It was invented as a relief for the companies who had pension plans and wanted to get out of them.
I see. That's interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't either till I read it earlier this morning. I thought, well, that sounds about right.
Kinda.
Yeah. All right, that takes care of that. A few birthdays. Not a lot, but if you're having a birthday today, you're celebrating with Bernie Sanders.
Oh, okay.
Interesting guy. He's 82 today.
Wow.
And, you remember the Mitten episode where
I do.
A birthday pair of mittens from the senator from the great state of Vermont. He pursued the presidential nomination in both 2016 and 2020. I think, if anything, he really started the conversation about college tuition and that sort of thing. And that's really been in the conversation since then. Mm-hmm. Also, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Does that ring a bell?
He would have played the one of the kids on Home Improvement.
Yeah.
With Tim
Allen. I don't know how you remember these things. Randy Taylor was the guy he played. And Gaten Matarazzo, 21, best known for playing Dustin Henderson in the hit Stranger Things.
Oh.
I don't know if we'll ever see Stranger Things again with this writer's strike going on.
Yeah, probably. How old was Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Oh, I'm sorry. He was 42. Or
really?
He is 42.
He's 42?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. He's really grown up since Home Improvement.
Yeah. By the way, tomorrow is Adam Sandler's birthday.
Oh, good.
On Saturday. He is 50. He will be 57 tomorrow. The Wedding Singer and, gosh, Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore, the Water Boy.
Yeah. God. Isn't it funny how comedians, we've mentioned this before, but you usually make the comparison with your spouse. One of you might like that particular comedian. The other one can't stand him.
Yeah, sometimes.
It's kind of funny that way, isn't it? Anyway, if you're celebrating a birthday today or tomorrow, happy birthday to you, and thanks again for listening this morning. We appreciate it very much. Been thinking about this alien thing quite a bit since yesterday.
Alien. Oh, yeah, you played a clip from Aaron Rodgers claiming that he has seen a UFO.
Right. And, I shouldn't have been so hard on Aaron on that. We don't know.
I was a little surprised that you were, because you are, you've said it right here on the air that you kind of believe in aliens.
Well, I believe.
I do not.
I know you don't.
You do.
I believe somewhere we don't even understand how endless and big space is. Planets and different things, millions and millions and trillions of miles away. So I gotta believe, just the odds are there's some other form of life somewhere else. I don't know whether it's man or, a green Martian. I don't know. So I was a little hard on Aaron there. But here's just a little note for you folks who like space.
Okay.
A once-in-a-year, 400-year comet will be visible next week.
Oh, wow.
And then you might, if you got like one of those big telescopes, who knows, you might see somebody riding on it.
Yeah.
400-year comet will be coming by next week. Your chance to see a comet before it goes away for another 400 years. And that's kind of why I think, space and time, 400 years to us is a long, long time. In space, it's really no time at all. I mean, we don't understand everything about time and space, or at least most of us don't. I think scientists think they do.
Yeah.
But, time travel and that sort of thing, we don't know.
Yeah.
The comet isn't new, but we're just getting acquainted with it, by the way. It's been making regular visits every few hundred years. The half-mile wide chunk of ice, it's ice, will zip past us next Tuesday, and it won't be seen again until the 25th century.
Does it have a name? Sometimes they give comets names.
Nishimura?
Oh.
N-I-S-H-I.
That wasn't quite the name I was going for. I thought maybe it'd be some. I was thinking of Halley's Comet.
Oh, this is a little more complicated. It's,
okay.
Nishimura.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Sounds foreign.
Yes.
Must be a foreign
That
comet.
sounds like a scientific name.
If it wants to enter the world, it's going to have to go through some certification.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Be certified.
Yes. Well, that's a big, deep sigh early in the morning.
Just thinking about, going to have a health check. Had to cancel the last health check. It was too crazy around here.
And they've been calling me. It's time for me to set up my health check.
We shouldn't be delaying health checks. I did it. It was one of those days here, and I called and asked, or my wife called, because she went ahead and had hers done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I should tell you this, because that would be a doctor-patient confidential thing.
Be careful now.
But Joan passed with flying colors.
Oh, that's not surprising.
And they said she is like as young or younger than a 50-year-old physically. And at one time, that would have made Joan very mad.
Oh.
When you're 30, you're going, 50's old.
Uh-huh.
But when you're above that, and I'm not going to say.
Yes. I think we're all following you.
Okay. So anyway, get your health check.
Yes.
Please.
Yep.
And I'm preaching, from a glass house here. But also, get your ears checked.
Yes. Good idea.
It's part of your body.
Mm-hmm.
We stick a wash rag in them every once in a while, and as life goes along, we start going, huh? I'm sorry, what'd you say? Pardon me? That might be an indicator that your quality of life is less than it should be because you're not catching everything in life. You can see, you can smell, and you can hear. All your senses are very important, and hearing certainly is. So go have your ears checked. We are so lucky here in central Nebraska to have Nebraska Land Hearing Center right here on the square in Broken Bow. And right now there's a special incentive between now and the 15th of this month that will save you some money. They're giving discounts, local discounts, buy local discounts of $2,000. Now, they're also offering free hearing evaluation and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, extended discounts for buying local, as I just mentioned, and trade-in values on your hearing aids if you're already using them. Kind of need to get some new ones. Additional discounts available. Talk to Roxanne at 308-384-3852, located in the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce building, 4 doors down from Bo Bootery on the east side of the square. The business name is on the glass in the front window, and the phone number again is 308-384-3852. And ask Roxanne about the CARE credit cards. If you're worried about, financing the hearing aids, she has the CARE credit cards, which enables you to finance hearing aids over a period of time with lower payments. And Roxanne will take care of you at Nebraska Land Hearing.
All right. Sounds good.
Also,
yes,
you'll want to be able to go out and hear the band at Sylvester's tonight.
Okay.
Did I say tonight?
You did.
Starting at 9 o'clock, the band will start ripping it up, and they'll go till 1 o'clock this morning. They're really good, and they're back. People love them.
That's good.
Freddie and the crew says, let's bring them back.
All right.
It's elementary, my friend. They brought them back. The Innocents is coming to town.
Oh, good.
And they're going to put on a show for you. Grab your friends and head out to Sly's tonight. They have played on stage with the likes of Boston, Cheap Trick, Foreigner, Kansas, and Winona Judd, to name a few. And they play a little bit of everything. If you go, well, I like country, I like rock, hey, you're in. They can play both of it. I don't think they do opera, but they do a lot of different things. Maybe, I don't think they do polkas.
They do show tunes?
God, I hope not. They play a little bit of everything. You will not be disappointed at Sylvester's Bar at the
Quiet little place.
That rocks!
There you go. I do think we have some guests out in the lobby ready to come in.
Come on in.
Can they hear us? Come on in, folks. Here they come.
Oh, they're coming in. Oh, hey.
Well, hi, everybody.
Well, hi there, kids. Young people.
Are we young?
Yeah, you're young. Come on in.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
I may be young at heart, but my body says otherwise.
I hear you. I hear you. But you're young at heart. That's the main thing. Would you guys like to play the game with us real quick?
Oh, sure.
All right.
Okay.
We're giving away a prize. What is our prize, Brent?
Well, we didn't have a winner on Wednesday when we give away a certificate for a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesday at Runza. So that'll be our prize today. Does that work?
Works good.
Okay. Asking questions about Pro Football Hall of Famers. Your question is, I was known as a scrambling quarterback. I played in 3 Super Bowls. I lost them all.
I do know this one.
You lost them all?
Yeah. Played for the Vikings.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I know who it is.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who am I?
So, are you waiting for them to call in to tell you?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And I'm going to give them some choices.
Okay.
All right. Make it a little easier.
Okay.
Here are your choices: Fran Tarkenton, Tommy Kramer. I remember him. Sonny Jurgensen, or Jim Kelly. Those are your choices. I was known as a scrambling quarterback, played in 3 Super Bowls, lost them all with the Vikings. Who am I? Fran Tarkenton, Tommy Kramer, Sonny Jurgensen, or Jim Kelly? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Are you sidelined with an injury? Team Physical Therapy can help at 872-5111. With fall sports and activities getting underway, let the Movement Rehabilitation Specialist get you back into shape. 872-5111. Don't let that back, neck, knee, or shoulder injury prevent you from doing what you love best. With locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney, Team Physical Therapy will get you back in the game. 872-5111, or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
All right. We didn't get a call again, so I think everybody in the room knows the answer.
I think so. Pastor Sloat,
Yes,
do you know the answer?
I
got a
do.
certificate. I did
I
not
do.
show him the answer, so
As
if you
someone
get it
who was
right,
born and raised in South Dakota, I
Okay.
died many deaths watching Fran Tarkington not be able to close the deal on the Super Bowl. It was always very sad. So yeah, but
right.
it was Fran. So
well, because you've answered correctly,
oh my gosh, thank you so much.
for a free pig in a
Wow.
blanket that
Thank
they
you.
serve on Wednesday
All
at
right.
Runza.
Were all those guys losers?
Wow, that. Well, I remember Tommy Kramer was a quarterback for Minnesota. I don't
Right,
think they
made
ever
it.
made the Super Bowl with him.
Kelly never.
Jim Kelly made the Super Bowl 4, right?
Was
Four
with the
times
Buffalo
with
Bills,
the Bills.
and they lost them all.
And they
lost
lost
them
them
all.
all.
Yeah, they lost them all.
Sonny Jurgensen, I'm not sure about.
Oh, I thought he played for one of the East Coast teams, but I might be wrong.
I want
don't
to say
know.
he was Washington's quarterback, wasn't he?
I think
for
so.
a while anyway.
I thought he was a prize fighter. But...
That's Sonny Lister.
Oh, yeah, that's right. How's everybody?
We're doing good.
Good, good, good.
Looking forward to the homecoming game tonight. So
Yes.
that should be fun. Yeah.
All right. Just jump right in, Brent. I'm just going to hang back and watch you guys do your work.
Okay. Well, our friends from the Broken Bow United Methodist Church
Right.
are with us this morning. Welcome.
Thank you.
You were talking about homecoming and things. Here we are. School is in full swing now. The fall is here. And I'm assuming that the Methodist Church has a lot of things going on for the fall, right?
We do, yeah. We usually kind of get things rolling right after Labor Day. We did have a couple activities in August. We did an outdoor worship at Melham Park here a couple of weeks ago, which I felt like was pretty successful. We had a pool party at the beginning of August, but our main activities for the school year start after Labor Day. So
Okay.
on this last Wednesday night, we actually had our kickoff night for our Wednesday nights Christian education programs, which are known to us as CRC, which actually stands for Christians Are Cool. I think that acronym has been around for a pretty long time, and I think
like that.
to the point where some people probably don't even really know what it stands for anymore, but that is it. So every Wednesday, we start at 6:30, and we have a meal, usually that first night back. We grill hamburgers and hot dogs, and just to kind of give everybody a chance to get reacquainted the first night. Then we just do outdoor games and things like that. It seems like that's all the kids want to do anyway, since the weather's still relatively
Yes.
nice. And so we had a good time doing that here this last Wednesday. This Sunday we'll also be starting back with our Sunday school programs. We do have a new worship schedule. We used to have 2 worship services. We kind of decided that, we liked the energy of combining those into one. So that will impact our Sunday school programs a little bit, because now we used to have the Sunday school was kind of in between the 2 worship services. Now we're going to have the one worship service, and then we'll have Sunday school after. So that one worship service will begin at 9:30 a.m., and then the Sunday school will begin shortly after. We do a coffee and conversation with donuts or cake or cookies or something like that. And at least with my own children, it's pretty hard to pry them away from that to go to Sunday school right off the bat. So, we'll start Sunday school around 10:45-ish.
Okay.
So, and then we have a children's choir that's led by Betsy Smith and your own Christy Wells, actually, and that's for kids in kindergarten through 5th grade, and they'll be starting back with their practices soon too. But yeah, I'm really excited about the programs that we have. It always, even though I love the summer, it's always kind of feels good to get back into the routine of things. Another thing I guess I should mention about this Sunday is that we will be distributing Bibles. We do that every year for 3-year-olds and 3rd graders. So the 3-year-olds Bible is what we call it's the beginner's Bible. So it's more of a storybook-based Bible. But I really love it because I feel like it really grows with the kids, and they start off, maybe their parents read them stories out of that book, but then by the time they're in younger elementary, then they can pretty much read it on their own. And then our third graders get more of your traditional Bible, and then we start working on, being able to look up Scripture and just, how to use that Bible in class. So,
Great.
And we'll be also getting our confirmation program going, excuse me, this Sunday. And we have a sort of a 3-year program for 6th through 8th graders to get started with that. We're having some gathering after Sunday school this Sunday, is that right?
Yeah.
Theoretically. So.
Yeah. We're supposed to be having pizza, and then we're just going to we do have a few new kids joining us as 6th graders in confirmation. So, and with that 3-year program, we also do kind of a mentorship program. So those 6th graders will have to choose their mentor that they're going to be working with for the next 3 years, and then they meet with them generally about once a month. And just I really love kind of intergenerational activities, and so I think we've got some great role models within our congregation, and so to be able to have them share their knowledge and perspective with our younger kids, I think is just invaluable.
Yeah,
it's really vital. So yeah.
Back to the Wednesday night programs. Those are open for everybody, right?
Absolutely.
I think we need to stress you don't have to be a member of the Methodist Church to attend the Wednesday night programs,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
Right. I feel like we've had kids from, that attend other churches maybe on Sundays that come to our Wednesday nights. We have kids that don't attend another church on Sundays, or maybe they're busy with activities, but Wednesdays is kind of their time that they're available. And actually that's a good point, because what we have done the last couple of years here is recognizing that kids are really busy on the weekends, and families often are not able to attend worship on Sundays. We've created this I call it Wednesday worship. I'm not sure if that's the official name, but so once a month on Wednesdays, then we do kind of a kid or youth-friendly worship service during that same CRC time when ordinarily they would be in class, but we all gather together in the sanctuary and just have a worship service there. Try to make it something that is going to be engaging for them. So that, I just think there's nothing better than some praise music and to really get people, anyone of any age, excited about worshiping, and so that's my goal, I guess, for this year, is to really just get kids excited and see that worship is not necessarily just sitting in the pew and waiting until it's over, I guess. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
And the kids on Wednesday nights really enjoy having communion. So we generally try to include that in most months. So
yeah, they do enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
And that actually is open, even though we did sort of design it around children and youth. I would really encourage anyone to come to that. all ages. And again, if you're not able to come to worship on Sundays, then you're definitely welcome. So that would be, it's generally the first Wednesday of the month, and it would start at 7, but we do have the meal at 6:30, and that also is open to anyone. And we just, ask for, free will donation.
Mm-hmm. Great. Visiting with our friends at the Brokenville United Methodist Church, it seems to me that when the youth and the children are involved and they're active, the heartbeat of the church is stronger.
Indeed.
Isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it breathes energy into everything that we do. You're right. And it really is kind of the reason we're there. We're there to make disciples, and one of the primary ways we do that is through our Christian education programs. And so it's one of the reasons we're so blessed to have Denise in that position, because a lot of churches aren't able to swing that. But for Denise to be part of our staff, it really makes things possible that wouldn't be otherwise. So I couldn't put it all together by myself. So,
yeah. Obviously, with Wednesday night, people are busy. I'm guessing you can come any Wednesday night, right?
Anytime.
It doesn't.
Sure.
You don't have to be there for the first one, or you can come and go when your time allows it, right?
Indeed.
Okay.
That's right.
All right.
And we do some other special activities on Wednesdays throughout the fall also. We ordinarily do a big trunk or treat night. We're kind of trying to figure out how that's going to work this year because I know, with Broken Bow Public Schools, they've got their fall break and parent-teacher conferences and all that kind of thing going on that last week of October. So things may look different this year. We're still trying to figure that one out. But ordinarily, that is what we would do. One of my favorite activities for this time of year is what we call the Advent Extravaganza. And so that first Wednesday night after, it's usually right after Thanksgiving, but just about the time that the season of Advent is beginning, we will do like Christmas or Advent crafts. So usually the kids make Advent wreaths, or we have other little Christmas ornaments and things like that they make. And actually, I like to have people of all ages come to this too. We do homemade soup contest, and I think I mentioned this actually the last time that we came in, but we do have some pretty outstanding cooks in the United Methodist
Yes.
Church. There's nothing more that we like than a good potluck. So this is one of the ways that we can sort of have them showcase their skills, and they are able to compete for the Golden Ladle Award, and we have had some repeat winners, but so it's kind of getting pretty competitive. So if you, I would invite anyone, if you think that you've got a soup that can hold its own, then come out and see if you can win that award. You do get, it's really prestigious. You get your name on the homemade plaque that I have made. I think I did spray paint it, so it's really fancy.
It's very nice.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
So far, my lentil stew has not made the cut. I have not.
Oh, man.
I keep trying, but anyway. So
Maybe this is the year.
maybe.
I know. Well, I've had really high hopes for some of my entries too, and I still haven't won.
It's a breakthrough year, guys.
I know. So we're still striving for excellence, I guess. Christmas program, we do that for our elementary age kids also, and we start practicing for that pretty early just because, it's kind of like herding cats, I guess, and to try to get everybody there during every week. And again, everybody's busy, so sometimes, we have some kids there, and the next week they might not be able to make it. So we'll start that, probably in October, usually sometimes. We've actually done some where we filmed it ahead of time, and we started doing that some in September. But I think people have decided that now that COVID is over, they like the live version a little bit better.
Sure.
So the children's choir is heavily involved in that, and it's just a fun little time, where the kids get to do a play. We also have made connections with our local nursing homes. So, again, that's been a little bit up and down, the last couple of years, just, with COVID and the different requirements that those facilities have. But it seems like, I hope I'm not, jinxing myself here, but, it seems like, maybe that things are opening up. So we'd like to do that. We're looking at a kind of a junior high school mentorship program as well to get those kids a little bit better acquainted, and that's kind of what we have going on. It's always busy. So,
And that's good, and that's healthy
It's very good
for a church. Yeah, that's great.
I'm really proud of the program that we have. I mean, I guess I'm probably a little bit biased, but I do have my own kids that have grown up. I've been doing this job. This is actually the start of my 7th year, which is kind of hard to believe.
Wow.
But I think my kids have gotten a really good Christian upbringing in the church, and I'm really proud of the teacher volunteers that we have too. I know we were in here a few weeks ago, or months ago, I guess, talking about our Vacation Bible School program, and that's just another part of this whole Christian education program that we have. So I would really we'd love to have more people. We're actually just getting a new play structure. That's been something that I felt like our little churchyard was kind of lacking. We have Gaga Ball, which has been also really popular, but I would really like to get this play structure up. And we had a nice donation of a structure, so I'm excited for that because I think that not only gives the kids a chance to play, but it gives opportunities for adults to fellowship and visit and get to know each other and become a church family as they're watching their kids play.
Yeah,
But that's the experience I've had, and so I'm excited for that.
Great.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Pastor Phil, a question for you.
Yes.
Now, when we do this show, we always run long. We get to talking, and we run we're behind now because I was blabbing before you got here. How, as a pastor, do you limit the time during your sermon to not go too far over time?
Well, I have. That's a good question, because the Broken Bow United Methodist Church is one of the first churches I've ever served that doesn't have a giant clock on the back wall that's reminding me when I should be done. So when I got here, I had to go down to one of the local establishments and purchase a small battery-powered clock to put on the pulpit. And so, yeah, that's what keeps me aware. And I guess I've been doing this long enough. I've kind of got a feel for it. I don't go over too often, and a lot of weeks I end early. So I hope that they kind of put it all together and it balances out. Yeah.
So, That's great. That's great. Well, we'll try to. We have clocks here. We just don't pay attention to them. Denise, I'm going to ask you an embarrassing question.
Oh, no.
Because when we were doing interviews at the fair, I talked to your kids, right?
Yeah.
And I don't remember which son it was, but I was trying to get your last name correct, and I think about the third time he was getting somewhat frustrated with me. So would you do the correct pronunciation?
Sugayar.
Sugayar. Okay. And I would say it, and then he would say it again because I wasn't getting it right. Sugayar is a beautiful name.
Well, and so our friends, my husband's from California, I'm sure everybody knows, but so our friends in California always called us the Sugars, and so now, Caleb is in high school, and Evan is playing 5th and 6th grade football, and so now they have been christened the Sugars also, and so I think Abdul's super proud because, it's like, my boys are like, carrying on the next generation of the Sugar nickname, so.
Great.
So we'll answer to the Sugars too, it's okay.
Well, I might try that next summer if that's all right.
We're so sweet.
Hey guys, thanks a lot.
Thank you for
appreciate it.
And thank you for giving us this chance. It's
You
great.
bet.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Dave and Brent.
You two guys.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. An American researcher is stuck in a cave in Turkey. Mark Dickey is 3,000 feet down, and getting to him is a big challenge. CBS's Ramy Inocencio on the lengthy rescue mission.
A healthy caver could ascend in about 15 hours. For Dickey, the worst-case scenario could have him surface 2 weeks from now.
President Biden is off to India for the G20 summit. Our Ed O'Keefe is traveling with him.
The president is en route, and he tested negative again for COVID-19 before taking off. Of course, remember the First Lady had tested positive for COVID-19 earlier this week.
Hurricane Lee's now a Category 5 storm in the Atlantic, packing 160-mile-per-hour winds. Odyssey, New York meteorologist Craig Allen on its path.
The question beyond this weekend is, where does Lee go next? It currently looks like he's going to take a path between the Bahamas and Bermuda.
Lee isn't expected to hit land. CBS News Brief. I'm Stacy Lynn.
In Nebraska news, a Burwell man appeared in court Thursday for charges connected to a suspicious death in Garfield County last month. Calvin Meisner, 22, is charged with felony tampering with physical evidence and 2 misdemeanor charges of driving under suspension and obstruction of a peace officer. The charges are related to the August 23rd death of Meisner's girlfriend. According to the Nebraska State Patrol, the Garfield County Sheriff's Office requested assistance from troopers in response to a reported deceased individual who had been located on Highway 91 east of Burwell. The person was identified as 33-year-old Amanda Summers of Trumbull. According to court records, Meisner told the Nebraska State Patrol investigator that Summers jumped out of a moving vehicle after accusing him of cheating. A bond was set at 10% of $5,000, along with a few other conditions. His preliminary hearing is set for October 5th at 2:30 p.m.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles,
Here's Eddie Garcia.
In the season opener of the NFL season, Thursday Night Football in Kansas City saw the Lions knock off the defending Super Bowl champion Chiefs 21-20. David Montgomery's 8-yard touchdown run late in the fourth quarter ended up being the difference. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes for Kansas City did not have star tight end Travis Kelce to pass to. He finished with 226 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, but a costly pick 6 that was returned for a touchdown, although the pass did go right into the hands and out of the hands of wide receiver Kadarius Toney. Kansas City's 8-game winning streak in season openers comes to an end. The Lions' season-opening 5-game losing streak also is snapped. NFL news, Cincinnati Bengals, the star quarterback Joe Burrow reportedly agreeing on a 5-year contract extension worth $275 million, $219 guaranteed. He's the highest-paid player in league history. Baseball games of note, Mariners shut out the Rays 1-0. Diamondbacks moving to the final wildcard spot in the National League with a 6-2 win over the Cubs. Dodgers shut out the Marlins 10-0.
Here's a look at your weatherology forecast. High temperatures working up into the mid-80s for today with mostly sunny skies. Then for tonight, a chance for some late-night showers and storms developing with lows in the upper 50s. For Saturday, chance for some showers and storms, otherwise partly cloudy with a high of 84. Showers and storms then more likely on Sunday, trending cooler as well, high of only 68. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
When someone asks me, when is the best time to start saving for retirement, my answer is simple. It's today. Hi, I'm Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Janet Lawhorn,
your local Edward Jones financial advisors. We can help you build a plan for your ideal retirement by identifying your unique goals and help you keep on track to achieve them. The sooner you get started, the better. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to schedule an appointment today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
49 degrees under a clear sky. Still a little bit weird looking out there as far as the sky goes, but it's listed as clear, 49. Winds are now out of the west-northwest and light. Barometric pressure still rising at 30-15, humidity at 92%. High yesterday, 86, with an overnight low of 47. Sunset today at 8:02, sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:12, and no measurable precipitation so far in this month of September. Well, Brent, you want to go through the sports schedule for tonight? And, of course, we know we'll have Huskers tomorrow, pregame 9, as they have traveled to Colorado. I'm going to take on the Buffaloes. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's a big game. We'll have that for you on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. But tonight, a doubleheader.
Another big football Friday around the area. The games that we'll broadcast for you on our radio stations tonight will include our 8-man area game of the week on KBBN 95.3 FM as Twin Loup will host Sand Hills Thetford. The kickoff is scheduled for 7. Pregame coverage begins with the pregame show brought to you by Consolidated at 6 o'clock tonight. And then on KCNI 96.3 FM and KCNI1280.com, we'll have Broken Bow football as the Indians welcome in McCook for the annual homecoming matchup. And we'll have that for you on KCNI radio. Kickoff scheduled for 7. The Custer Federal State Bank pregame show will start things at 6 o'clock on KCNI radio tonight.
Thank you, Brent.
Sunday morning, man, she woke up fighting
All men's and women's sandals and flip-flops. Half off all ladies' casual and fashion shoes and half off all winter boots. Even more, get 65% off all men's and ladies' athletic shoes. Shop now before the stock runs out. We're also selling our store fixtures and equipment, including an LED scrolling marquee sign, cash counter, and cash register. While you're there, register to win one of our 10 fantastic prizes, including a Samsung 65-inch smart TV and 5.3-quart GE kitchen mixer. That's our Beau Bouterie store closing sale at 440 South 8th Avenue in Broken Bow. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4. Take advantage of these half off or more deals before we close our doors forever.
Guys, stop putting your love life on hold. U.S. Pharmacy has some exciting news. If you've been wanting to try Viagra or Cialis, now is the perfect time. Call today and receive 50 little blue or little yellow pills for only $120 with free shipping. Why order some low-dose sildenafil from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now? Call 800-711-6818 and we'll rush your order, discreetly packaged to your door. Been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 800-711-6818 for as little as only $120 for 50 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 800-711-6818 and ask about our express shipping option, and we'll rush your order to you as soon as possible. Save money on the little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 800-711-6818 now. That's 800-711-6818.
And again, folks, a disclaimer here. That is a network commercial from CBS that we are required to run to receive their news. If we had our...
Yeah, they're not sponsoring the breakfast show.
I was trying to say that. But actually, that's a fairly calm commercial compared to some of the others that are on the air or on TV and radio. So it's just where we're at in the world right now, folks.
I guess.
Yeah, that's something you wouldn't have heard. Well, when first started in radio, you just didn't hear any medical supplies or anything that had to do with doctors and lawyers. That was taboo. You just didn't go there. And then as time went along, and I guess it's all right. It doesn't bother me personally. It's just I know some of you out there going, I don't really want to hear about Viagra at breakfast. But that's the way it is these days. All right.
Moving right along.
Let's talk about Universal Insurance for a moment. They have new faces there and friendly faces. Nate Bell with Universal Insurance Agency, which, by the way, is a division of GTA Insurance Group, would like you to know they have some new faces at their agency, and they just ask you to stop in and say hi, and they'll give you a warm welcome. Stop in to see Jennifer Gibbons and Tina Hurt anytime during their office hours, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Let their smiles be the reason you keep coming back. Universal Insurance, located on South East Street in Broken Bow. If you have questions about insurance that you need or insurance that you have, call them at 308-872-6438 or go to www.gtagroup.com. Universal Insurance, been in business here since the 1960s with the same family.
Yes.
Generations.
Enjoyed Nate coming in the other day and just kind of telling us how to handle, if you're in an accident or something as far as sharing insurance and how to do that. Appreciated that conversation yesterday. Here's a job opportunity that's available for you. This is through the Nebraska Department of Transportation. They're looking for a highway maintenance worker in Oconto and Broken Bow. Nebraska Department of Transportation has an exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Oconto and Broken Bow. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training, career development, advancement opportunities. You get ample paid time off. There's a work-life balance and a comprehensive benefits package. To apply, you need to go to their website because an online state application must be completed. So go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. State of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
Did I mention earlier that you can get a free, delicious coffee in Arnold paid for by Brad Adkins?
I believe you did, and I believe that the reasoning you gave is he's filthy rich.
That is correct. And I'll be seeing Brad a week from today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, that's the big day. You guys are kind of the star of the show before the big football game next week in Arnold.
Yeah, unless I get sick.
And can't attend.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but anyway, I won't. I'll be there unless I truly am.
Because you're going to be you're going to be on the in the dunk tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Really looking forward to that.
I can see that you are.
I know Brad is too. But here's the thing. They're having vendors, and they're having the dunk tank all before the big ball game, which is, in your mind, going to be a dandy.
It'll be South Loop and Sand Hills Thetford. And it's actually on our broadcast schedule, so we'll plan to cover it next week.
The Arnold Fall Festival is next weekend, so this all fits together with the ball game and the vendors and kind of kicks things off. And then on Saturday, they'll have a parade and games in the park and fall celebration. That's exactly what it's about. And when you're driving down the highway or you're in Arnold for any reason, stop into Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts and have yourself a cup on Brad, or do some shopping, because they have a lot of good things there to shop for. They've been in business now 5 years, celebrating 5 years in business, September 12th through the 16th. So they're going to have a big celebration. 25% savings on merchandise all that week. You can sign up for door prizes and a chance to be the winner of 5 $25 gift certificates. The drawing will be on Saturday, September 16th. You do not need to be present to win. So get in, get yourself registered, and have a chance to win all of those mentioned. Also, Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts is proudly launching a beautifully unique new purse line beginning September 12th. Consuela is inspired by partnerships with artists and makers around the world. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be quite the lineup there. Also, they're going to get ready to celebrate National Coffee Day on September 29th, so be thinking ahead on that one. Historic destination, the Barista Bar and Gift Shop right in downtown Arnold on our back door. The coffee house is there for you. They have all kinds of gifts for you to buy, great presents for other people. Follow them on Facebook and keep up on the latest happenings at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. Coffee with a friend is always a good idea. And again, when you're in, just say, I heard on the breakfast show on KCNI, KBBN, that Dave Burney guy, that weird guy, said that Brad will buy me a cup of coffee, and they'll write it down. They will not charge you.
Wow.
Because he's filthy rich.
Yes. Hey, the Dawson County Fairgrounds in Lexington is going to be the host of the 2023 Nebraska State Rodeo Association Finals, and it all begins tonight. The opening performance of the rodeo kicks off tonight at 6 p.m., and then they're going to have a really big day tomorrow. Start your day with an 8:30 a.m. Calcutta. Then the steer roping will go at 9. And as many of you know, there's a big football game tomorrow, Nebraska, Colorado. And so they're going to give an outdoor showing of the Husker football game with a free barbecue at 11 tomorrow at the Dawson County Fairgrounds in Lexington. Then another Calcutta will follow the game, along with the rodeo performance at 6 tomorrow night. And then there will be some special music presented by B.J. Jameson to end the day tomorrow. Then on Sunday, it all comes to a conclusion. They'll start with Cowboy Church at 8, and then the afternoon rodeo performance at 1 on Sunday afternoon. It's tonight through Sunday, finals rodeo action at the Dawson County Fairgrounds in Lexington.
Here's Sturgill Simpson.
Oh, Sarah, here we go again. I can't get past the pain, what I want to say to you. Too old now to learn how to let you in. So I run away just like I always do. She said if there's something I should know, then tell me now. Before I go and give my heart away.
insect repellent that is made with essential oils. Plus, it comes in a handy 2-ounce container for easy carry-along anywhere you go. Say goodbye to mosquitoes and visit Barney Health Mart downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Lashley Land Recreational Brokers is proud to be servicing the Custer County area, and currently land is moving at a high rate of speed. So if you are considering selling your land, now is the time, or get an opinion of what your land might be worth. Call me, John Farley, at 308-530-7854, or check me out at lashleyland.com.
If you're looking for alternatives for your corn or soybean acres, look no further. Wheat or forages from Arrowseed are great options with low input costs and provide great rotational benefits to the next crop. Cereal forages like winter triticale, rye, or winter barley can give you grazing acres for cattle as well as a cash crop. Wheat will provide a cash crop along with the opportunity to double crop or plant a soil builder cover crop for an alternative grazing program and improved soil health. To learn more, call Arrowseed today.
Good morning, Captain. Good morning, Captain.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
8:32, Casey Johnson is here from Mid-Plains Community College. Good morning, Casey.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me. I'm a little late, but thanks for getting me squeezed in here.
We were running a little late anyway. We got to talking, and next thing you know, we're running behind, so it's working out great.
Yeah, it happens.
It's not a problem here. Things going well at the school?
Yeah, you know what? This beginning to the semester, it was an interesting one. Let me tell you, there was just a lot of last minute changes and last minute ads and drops and things, but we survived. Yeah. I'll put it that way. We survived the first 2 weeks of class. We're already through 3 weeks of class now, which is just
unbelievable.
I know, it really is. But, everybody's kind of settling in and in where they need to be. I think, last week we were talking about dropping if you needed to, and students really listened. So that was very nice of them to do that. And now we're just, kind of off and running and ready to go with some different, community education classes. We do have some late starting classes that we always add to the schedule. For example, we have a sociology class that starts the 18th of September. So there, and there's more. That's just the one that pops into the top of my head. But there's just some that are there for students who, despite us telling them, sometimes they don't always get in when they're supposed to. Sure. So a few, there's not a lot, but a few late starting classes. So really a lot of students will come to me and say, I'm in, 3 weeks in, I think I can handle something else. I think I can do another class. Mm-hmm. And they want to add that maybe that fifth class to bump them up a little bit to get a little closer to graduation. So that's what a lot of those tend to be is students coming in and saying, yeah, I think I can do this. So we do have those. If you're interested in that, you can always give me a call. But then I also want to mention some of our community education classes that we have because, as you know, they come up quickly on us. Last week I was talking about a conversational Spanish class, if you remember that. We did decide to postpone that. That class comes from Imperial, and the Imperial section did not have enough students there to have that instructor come in there. So they decided to postpone that a little bit. So if you're still interested in conversational Spanish, we are going to change the date and time just slightly. So we're going to make this, we're going to call it a lunch and learn. Now, I have a caveat with that. We would normally consider lunch and learns to be from 12 to 1 o'clock. However, Imperial, who's running the class, is in Mountain Time.
They are, aren't they?
They are. So it is lunchtime for Imperial, which is 12 to 1, but in New Broken Bow, it will be 1 to 2. Actually, I think it's 1 to 2:30 on Wednesdays coming up towards the end of this month. So we're just hopeful that if you want to come over your lunch hour, maybe you can shift that to a little later and come and learn a little bit of Spanish at the college. So conversational Spanish.
Is that for anyone that wants to take the class?
Yes.
So
yep. That is a non-credit class, so you're not testing on it. You're really just coming in to learn and practice. So it should be a fun one. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
It's something that we haven't had in recent years, so it should be fun.
Well, I think it would be really interesting and helpful if you could put that, get some of that conversational Spanish in your brain when you're traveling and so forth. It'd
Absolutely.
be a big help.
Yeah, in your, in just your everyday interactions with people. But then, we're really kind of gearing this towards folks that interact with customers and customers who come in and, maybe you end up, using hand gestures and drawing pictures and things to communicate. That's what this is really geared for, is to be able to say, hello, can I help you? How can we, what can we do for you? And things like that. So
both sides of the aisle there, if you're out and you want to have a conversation and you're the customer, it would help. But certainly, as you say, if you're in the service industry, that would be a big help.
Yes, absolutely. So we're looking forward to that one. So if you're interested in conversational Spanish, you can register online, or you can give me a call and I can help you do that as well. And then, of course, our other big major class this fall is our private pilot test certification. This is, I say that like it's very, this is a big deal. This is something that we have never offered here before. And we have a gentleman that is coming from Ogallala. He flies in to Broken Bow, which of course he does. I mean, how can you have a pilot class and not fly here, He flies in, and the class is 4 days, not weeks, 4 days. So that means that it's intense. There's a lot of content in this class. The class runs from Thursday, October 12th through Sunday, October 15th, and that is an 8 to 5 every day. And this is all about preparing you to take the written exam. Okay. Now, when I say Ron is going to fly in from Ogallala, and I'm sure that there will be trips out to the airport to check out this airplane, but this is really all about the book learning and the materials that you have to be able to pass the exam to be able to get into the plane and start learning how to fly. So I don't want people to think that you're going to walk out of this class ready to go hop in a Cessna and,
Yeah, this is not to get your pilot's license.
No. This is only to pass the written exam. My husband, Travis, took this exam several years ago, and it's intense. I remember helping him study because we didn't have a class back then. He just got the book and started reading it and went for it. And I think it took him 2 or 3 times to pass it. It's a very difficult test. So having a test prep class like this is going to be very beneficial to you if you want to then go on and finish your private pilot exam. The cost of the class is $749, which is an investment, but it also includes all of the materials that you need. So once you register for the class, then we order the materials that you need to study. Now, here's the really important part. We have to have 10 students in this class, which is a lot. But we didn't just pull this class out of the air. We actually talked to, Ron came to Broken Bow, and he flew here. I got to see his plane. And we went around and talked to several folks here in town that we thought, are kind of into the airline industry, and they really felt like there is enough interest out there. So we've got about a month, just a little over a month until this class starts. We'd really like to get 10 students in there and see if we can make this happen. They did have a class scheduled out in Ogallala, same class. They didn't get those 10 students. So I believe they had 4 or 5 that agreed. I think there was 4 that agreed they would drive to Broken Bow and take the class here. So we're going to kind of try to combine those and see if we can come up with 10 people who would like to become a private pilot. And again, this is a private pilot. It's not like you're taking this class to become, something that you're going to do for a job. Maybe you'll do that later on, if that's something that you're interested in. But this is just to get your private pilot's license. So again, that is going to start on Thursday, October 12th. It is 4 days, a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You'll need to take a couple days off of work and clear your calendar on that weekend because it is intense. But for that little investment, you're going to get the materials that you need, and you're going to be able to pass that exam. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Chance to get started, and I would think folks with the local municipal airports would like to see that class take place.
Yeah. We talked to Casey Williams, and we talked to some of the other guys around town that we know are pilots already, and they all kind of indicated that they knew a person here or there. So if you're interested in that private pilot, give me a call.
Okay.
I'll give you all of the information that you need. There's a lot to know about this, but we'd love to have you in our class. Let's see if we can get 10 people. So you're probably going to hear me talking about it for the next month or so, but
that's all right.
We'll see what happens.
Try to help.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got some other fun ones coming up. A little bit later this fall, we've got a Christmas barn quilt class. We've got a Tai Chi class. Do you guys know what Tai Chi is?
I've heard it.
Me too.
I don't know.
Me too. That's about what I know about it. Here's the description. Are you ready for this?
All right.
A practice that involves a series of slow, gentle movements and physical postures, a meditative state of mind, and controlled breathing.
Ooh.
I feel like I could really use this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just slow down a little bit and maybe relax a tiny bit. So Tai Chi this is a new one for us as well. So we're kind of excited for this. This is going to be coming up in October. Country dance. How can we get through a fall and not mention Gary and Sandy Wright's country dance class? So grab a partner. Swing your partner.
Gotta have it.
Round and round. And then we have a class on photo memory letters. And this is just a display that you could put out with letters with photos Mod Podged onto them. So all of those things are coming up later this fall. I know we go through those really fast, but we always put them on our website. And on my to-do list today is to get those on Facebook so that you can go and look at events and see what events we have coming up. So we do have some printed schedules at the college that you can always stop in and pick up. We don't usually mail those out, although there will be a postcard coming out here in the next couple of weeks with some of those things on there. So
okay.
Lots of things going on.
Busy days.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Casey, for coming in, and appreciate the update. Sounds like it's going to be a brisk fall and winter. And
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What's the phone number there again?
Our phone number is 872-5259.
5259.
Yeah.
And any questions, call. As you say, if you drop by, there's not always somebody there.
Yeah.
So, give you a call, and they'll probably take a message there.
Yes, absolutely. Leave me a message, leave me a voicemail, and I will get back to you just as quick as I can. If you stop in, I try to leave a little sheet out on the counter if I miss you, and try to get back to you as soon as we can. So,
all right.
Just want to wish the football team best of luck tonight. It's been a fun homecoming week so far, busy one, but good luck to everyone competing this week. So there you go.
Pep rally today downtown.
Yeah.
About 1 o'clock or so.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's always fun to take part in. I know they'd love to have a lot of citizens there, along with all the students who parade down from the school on their floats. It's pretty cool.
Always fun.
Yep.
Always fun. See the sea of red.
Yeah.
Maybe a little smaller than Memorial, but we do our best.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll take a time out with these words.
At Bow Family Flooring, we strive to be your home decorating destination, and now there's something new we can't wait to show you. It's the latest innovative online shopping tool that can really help you find the perfect flooring match for any room in your home. Websites like Floorvana from Shaw and Mohawk's Room Visualizer even allow you to upload images of your own room to see which flooring option would work best. Come by, see us soon. We'd love to show you how it's done. Bow Family Flooring, 305 South 9th, downtown Broken Bow.
The Bow Bootery Retirement Store Closing Sale in Broken Bow continues this week. Going on now. Every item in the store is half off the original price or more. Get half off all Western boots, half off all Western hats, half off all men's and women's sandals and flip-flops, half off all ladies' casual and fashion shoes, and half off all winter boots. Even more, get 65% off all men's and ladies' athletic shoes. Shop now before the stock runs out. We're also selling our store fixtures and equipment, including an LED scrolling marquee sign, cash counter, and cash register. While you're there, register to win one of our 10 fantastic prizes, including a Samsung 65-inch smart TV and 5.3-quart GE kitchen mixer. That's our Beau Bouterie store closing sale at 440 South 8th Avenue in Broken Bow. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4. Take advantage of these half off or more deals before we close our doors forever.
8:47, Brent Apperson has invited Billy Bales to be on the air with us this morning, and we're going to talk to Billy right after these words.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
If you're wanting to build a new home but aren't sure which way to go, well, the first direction you should go is to Ansley Lumber and Supply. If a house or a barn dominium interests you, they do estimates for post-frame buildings. Ansley Lumber is proud to offer reliable brands of shingles, composite decking, siding, railing, windows, lumber, trusses, and more. Because you want your home to be strong and beautiful. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley, for projects big and small.
There's a lot of uncertainty in ag and business today. The market, input costs, the weather. One thing you can always count on is Nebraska State Bank looking for ways to help local ag producers and businesses be successful. Right now, Nebraska State Bank is running an ag and commercial equipment loan special that features a 7.24% fixed interest rate for qualified customers until September 30th. You heard that right, a 7.24% fixed interest rate. Call one of their local experienced ag loan officers at 872-2466 to find out more about this limited time loan special. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
11 minutes before the hour of 9. As I mentioned, Brent has teamed up with Billy today for a little sports segment. Brent?
Yeah, Billy called me yesterday and said, Brent, I want to make my predictions. And we have some time on the show to get Billy on, and so he joins us on the phone. Wild Bill, how are you?
Good, Brent.
All right, my man, where do you want to start? It's homecoming night for Broken Bow tonight. They take on McCook at home. Both teams are 1-1. Who you got, Billy?
I'm picking Broken Bow 31-17.
Ooh.
That might be a little off, but that's what I'm picking.
All right. I like your score there, Billy. That'll be fun if that comes true.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you think the keys are tonight?
Broken Bow's got to protect the quarterback and run the ball like they did last week.
Yeah.
If they do that, they'll win.
All right.
Then they got to stop the Cook's passing game.
Okay.
That's what they got to do.
All right.
And stop the running game. If they do that, they're going to win.
Man, gosh, Billy, you know what? Let me write these down. Now I have my pregame show set for tonight. All right. Hey, before we go to another game for you to pick, what about last night? You were at the volleyball match. Broken Bow got a straight set win over St. Pat's. That was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. They played really good.
It looked like you got excited.
Oh, yes. That woman, the St. Pat's coach, got mad because she thought there was a ball was out. Well, it was right on the line, and they called it in. And those linesmen that do that, that's not an easy job for them to do.
No, it's not an easy job because some of those get really close, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Okay, where do you want to go next? You want to go to your alma mater?
Yeah, Myrna.
Okay, and Myrna, I think Central Valley tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I think Myrna's going to win, but I'm not going to give a score.
Okay.
I think they're going to win.
All right, so you've got your alma mater and Myrna with the win tonight.
I do.
Okay. All right, now the NFL started last night, Billy.
And that was a big upset. And I told Nathan Scott at the volleyball match, I said, wouldn't that be funny if the Lions beat the Chiefs? And I loved it because they did beat the Chiefs, and they frustrated Patrick Mahomes. And you don't frustrate him that much, and the Lions beat him.
Were you surprised, Billy, that the Lions won?
Yeah, I was, because I thought the Chiefs would walk all over them, but they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Give the Lions credit.
All right, so the NFL has started, and this Sunday there's a big NFL game that features the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Who you got, Billy?
Now, the Bears are winning that game. Jordan Love is going to, I told Nathan Scott this, Jordan Love is going to, he's going to get his lunch ate. The Bears are going to want to beat the Packers because they haven't beat them for a while, and I think this is the year they're going to do it. Not only once, twice.
Okay. Wow, you think so? The Bears are gonna sweep the Packers this year, is what you're saying?
I think so.
Whew. All right, I'm gonna write that one down. All right. So let me ask you this: you were talking about Jordan Love. He's a new quarterback for Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers has moved on, and he'll play for the Jets now. Now, Aaron Rodgers used to say that he owns the Chicago Bears. What do you think about Jordan Love? Well, you're picking Chicago twice this year, so you don't think Jordan Love's going to own the Bears like Aaron Rodgers?
Not, because the Bears got a point to prove, because I think their defense is going to be better this year, and they got a point to prove to everybody. And if they get an offensive line to protect Justin Fields, they will win that game Sunday.
All right.
And it's in Soldier Field. The Bears are not losing this time to Green Bay.
All right.
They're not.
I hope you're right, Bill. I mean, many people know you and I are both, and Jeremy Shipe here at the studio, we're all Bears fans.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's a big
and Jerry
one.
Pomplin is.
Oh, yeah, Jerry Pomplin. You bet he is. Yeah, there's a few Bears fans around here.
And Kirby Pomplin and Michael Pomplin.
There you go. The entire Pomplin family is a Bears fan, I think.
Yeah.
So, all right, so let me ask you this. Since we're on the Bears, I'm going to ask you to make this prediction. The Bears make the playoffs, yes or no?
If they run the ball good, and they protect Justin Fields.
Okay.
But he cannot be running for his life. He can't be doing that.
Okay. All right, so if they do those things, you've got the Bears in the playoffs.
Uh-huh.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's go to Nebraska. They take on Colorado tomorrow in Colorado.
I think they're going to beat them tomorrow. That's what I think.
Oh, wow, okay. Give me a score.
I'm going to say Nebraska 28, Colorado 21, because TCU's defense is bad. They're not very good. Nebraska's defense is good. And if they get to that quarterback and make him, throw in interceptions and stuff, I think we can meet him.
Yeah?
And stuff. I got to ask you and Dave for a prediction. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow?
Oh, with Nebraska and Colorado?
Yeah.
I was actually talking to Mr. Meyer about this last night at the volleyball match. I agree with you, Billy. I think Nebraska wins. Now, yeah. I'm kind of biased. I could never publicly pick Colorado to beat Nebraska. No. It's just I can't do it. But I think Nebraska will rebound. I think they find a way to get it done. If they don't turn the ball over and they can finish drives.
Yeah. And not do stupid stuff like they did last week.
That would help, Billy. That would help. All right, so you got Nebraska 28-21.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, final question from me, Billy. I'm going to take you to baseball. We're in the month of September. We're getting close to the postseason. Who's your prediction to play in the World Series?
Oh, Atlanta and... Oh, God, I don't know who my American League team is. As long as it's not the Yankees, thank God.
Yeah, I don't think the Yankees I don't think you got to worry about the Yankees this year. Okay.
I don't know who would be the American League team to watch out for.
But
I don't know who's got the best record in the American League. Who does?
I think Baltimore does, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go on prediction. I'm going to say Atlanta, Baltimore in the World Series.
Atlanta and Baltimore. Good. All right. Okay.
Now, if I'm wrong, quote me on that, because I'm not always right.
So I'm writing all this down, Billy. I want you to know. Okay. All right. Final prediction. The Cubs, they make the playoffs or they don't?
They do.
Yeah. Thank you, Billy,
Because
for saying that. I feel better now.
I'm a Cardinals fan because I got to root for somebody. It's got to be the Cubs. A lot of people don't like the Cubs, but I don't mind them. I mean, I like.
What do you mean a lot of people don't like the Cubs?
What's that?
What do you mean a lot of people don't like the Cubs?
Well,
I don't.
Just some people don't like them, but I do. But
Hey, have you heard my co-host David J. Burney talk about how he's a big Brewers fan?
yeah,
Do you believe that? Do you think he is a Brewers fan, or he's just saying that to get under my skin?
I think he's saying it to get under your skin.
I do
Oh,
too.
Billy.
Yeah.
Billy.
Exactly. Well, Billy, thanks for taking time to visit with us. Always fun to get your predictions on some of the games, and we'll probably see you at the homecoming game tonight between Broken Bow and McCook.
Yeah, because I'm going to go to homecoming, the pep rally this afternoon. Guess what I'm wearing? My red cowboy hat, a shorts that Jeff Ellis gave me, red shorts, and my white shirt.
Oh, man. You're going to look good.
Oh, that's great, Billy. Well, we'll see you at the pep rally this afternoon.
All right. You guys have a good day.
Thanks,
You too,
Billy.
Billy. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. It's good to hear from Billy. We'll be right back.
Aero Aviation is happy to have served the area since 1971, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Their aircraft is equipped with the latest in GPS guidance and flow control technology, and they're always searching for the next big thing in aviation. Contact Casey and Melissa Williams at 872-5113 and talk to them about your fall pasture spraying. That's Aero Aviation, proud to serve Custer County and surrounding areas.
Happy September from your friends at Gary's Superfoods in Broken Bow. Right now, save on whole pork shoulder butt, $1.99 a pound. Value packs of Open Acres boneless, skinless chicken breast are only $3.49 a pound. 3-pound bags of Open Acres navel oranges or mandarins are just $4.99. Start your morning with a selection of Kellogg's cereals at 2 for $7. And for all your fall cookouts, go with Frito-Lay's chips, queso, or salsa, also 2 for $7. Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow, open daily 7 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Not skipping breakfast is an important part of your overall health, so don't ever skip out on your financial health either. Bruning Bank has a full regiment dedicated to keeping your finances in shape. Earn interest on your checking account with Premier Checking. Signing up or switching is easy and can be done remotely. Enroll in CreditSense to monitor your credit score and learn what you're doing well or could improve upon. It's free and a part of mobile and online banking. Call or stop by today. Bruning Bank. Build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
Contrary to popular belief, we do actually get some work done around here. Visit sandhillsexpress.com/work at KCNI. Now, back to the breakfast show.
Thank you very much. Want to talk a little bit about the Whiskey Barrel. The latest words of wisdom that was on the sign at the Whiskey Barrel was, again, don't fry bacon naked. And that seems very logical.
Yes.
That seems like a good safety tip there. Yep. There's a couple of different reasons, but you wouldn't want to do that. But anyway, we'll leave that to Stan. He'll explain it to you if you go into the Whiskey Barrel and some of the joys of frying bacon, but he suggests you just do it with your clothes on, maybe your jammies at least. So anyway, talk to Stan about that, or his great staff has some thoughts on that as well. What you're going to find at the Whiskey Barrel is just that. They love to have fun. They love to have conversations while they do business with you, and they love to take care of you. And when you go in and you purchase products, adult beverages, and you want to put them on ice, the ice is free with purchase. And they have a cooler there of ice that you can fill up your cooler or ice down your beverages with. That's been going on for a number of years. And you also really need to keep in mind, don't concern yourself with paying too much for the products. Stan and the crew make sure that they're right in the ballpark. Everyday low prices. They don't have glitzy specials, just everyday low prices. They're open 7 days a week at the Whiskey Barrel, right across the street from Gateway Motors and Sandhills Motors.
All right. Life is busy, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
I think of families with kids. Mom and dad both work. Kids are in school. Then the kids are in activities. Who has time to cook dinner?
Many times you don't.
Yeah. Let the tumbleweed do it for you. They've got dinner ready with their delicious casseroles. Check out their casserole of the week. Kids will love it, plus all of their other casseroles available. They do things like lasagna, enchiladas, hamburger, potato casserole, runza, and chicken pot pies. They're all pre-made for you. You just pick them up at the Tumbleweed, then you can take them home and throw them in the oven, and boom, you've got a delicious meal for the whole family to enjoy. They also remind you about the blueberry muffins that they have, coffee cake muffins, oat bran muffins, and breakfast casseroles. Make sure the kids have a healthy breakfast before they go to school each day. Good luck to all of the area kids as they start school and go through the activities of this fall sports season. The Tumbleweed Cafe open for dine-in from 6 a.m. until 4 p.m. They serve daily specials Monday through Friday for lunch. They have their delicious Sunday buffet as well. And their Wake and Bake Nook is open every Monday through Friday until 6. So between 4 and 6, you can still go to the Tumbleweed Cafe and pick up a pre-made casserole or something through the drive-thru and take it home and have dinner ready for you to go each and every night. So check it out. It's the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. An American who's injured and stuck down in a cave in Turkey has sent a video message up.
I'm alert, I'm talking, but I'm not healed on the inside yet.
A rescue mission's underway to get Mark Dickey out safely. President Biden has just landed in India for the G20 summit. Our Ed O'Keefe is traveling with him.
The president is set to meet tonight with the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This whole trip is designed to put much more focus here on Asia amid concerns about China's growing dominance. And that's also why he's scheduled to visit Vietnam on Sunday.
If you're an iPhone or iPad user, Apple's out with an emergency software update after 2 issues were found that could compromise your data. Tech contributor Ian Scher.
This is the latest in an escalating effort by hackers to get into our devices and tech companies to keep their promises. Our devices are secure and reliable.
CBS News Brief. I'm Stacey Lynn.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Nick Cope.
The Lions upset the Chiefs on opening night at Arrowhead Stadium, 21-20. Here's Lions coach Dan Campbell on the win.
I didn't learn anything. I got verification on what I already knew. And this is a resilient team. It already was a resilient team, and we added pieces to that resilient team. So we're built to handle some stuff, and we did that today against a very good opponent.
Other league news, Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow agreed to a new 5-year, $275 million contract, $219 million of it guaranteed. It's the richest contract in NFL history. FIBA World Cup semifinals, the U.S. leads Germany 60-59 at halftime. U.S. trying to reach its 6th straight championship game. In the U.S. Open women's final is set. It'll be American Coco Gauff against soon-to-be number 1 Aryna Sabalenka on Saturday afternoon.
Here's a look at your weatherology forecast. High temperatures working up into the mid-80s for today with mostly sunny skies. Then for tonight, a chance for some late-night showers and storms developing with lows in the upper 50s. For Saturday, chance for some showers and storms, otherwise partly cloudy with a high of 84. Showers and storms then more likely on Sunday, trending cooler as well, high of only 68. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-803-5505 to speak to an expert. That's 800-803-5505.
Currently 59 under a sunny sky. Winds are light out of the west. Barometric pressure continues to rise at 3017. Humidity at 90%. It is time to talk good food, good cuisine. Who do we talk to about
one of my
that?
favorite subjects.
Good morning.
Good morning, Afif. How are you?
Good.
Bonfire?
Yeah.
Rolling.
Yeah, we sure are.
Arrow Hotel and Suites. Lots of people stopping by. You were talking before I walked in the room here about Junk John. That's coming up real quick, and I'm sure you're preparing for that.
As much as we prepare, it's always happy to see it come and be successful and go.
Yeah. It's kind of a crazy time, isn't it?
It is. It really is. But we're thankful for the business, obviously. But it's all day. It's all day. It's not your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's pretty continuous. Sometimes they're, let's say, in a rush to eat and get out of there because they want to go to their deals.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a challenge.
Sure it is. And you've had the summer traffic. We have the high school rodeo out at the fairgrounds this weekend, and I know that the fairgrounds is good for business as well.
It is. It really is, and we're very thankful for that too. Anytime seems to be events from out of town, we see some of it.
Yeah. What Becky say yesterday, Brent? Something like 140 families coming to town.
Yeah, she said over 100.
Yeah.
And then I think the following weekend you got Mid-States coming to the fairgrounds. So there will be a lot of folks coming into town last couple of weekends.
Right. We'll definitely take it.
You bet. So what would you like to highlight today, Afif? You have some things that on the menu that you want to kind of concentrate on?
Well, we've put a few things back on the menu.
Okay.
We listen to the people, what they want, and the chicken wrap is back. I think that's a very nice, healthy choice. We also have the cod or the fish and chips as a dinner item. And we have also the club sandwich, which, I thought people might have been burned out since it was on the menu, but they wanted it back. And one other, the chef salad. So those 4 items are going back on the menu. And, yeah.
The chef salad, having experienced this at table as a customer, seems like the first question with the chef salad is, now how big is that?
that varies from restaurant to restaurant, but ours is very healthy. You're not going to walk away hungry.
Okay.
It has the proteins in the form of eggs and turkey and ham. Healthy salads, quite a few of the legumes, and your tomatoes, your cucumbers, choice of dressing. So it's a hearty salad.
Yeah. I've noticed that.
It's not meant to be small.
It's pretty good sized. You might get more than you expect, but that's okay. And I know in my wife's case, she's a non-meat eater, so that's a great choice with tomatoes and all the different things you're talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so put some things back on the menu and getting ready to roll into, gosh, I hate to start talking about it already because we'll be talking about it for a while, but the holidays are not all that far away.
Yeah, they're here before you know it. I mean, this month flew by.
Yes, no kidding.
They fly by real quick. Yeah, I know it, and that's always a fun time of the year in the kitchen. I'll be doing some bakery things for Thanksgiving, obviously, and for Christmas. But yeah, it's a fun part of the year for chefs and creating things and doing features and specials.
Might be a good idea, I would guess, if you have some company coming to town or you have a Christmas party that you're going to have already. The first come, first serve as far as times and dates go, so it wouldn't hurt to get a hold of you.
Sure, no, yeah. If you want to do Christmas parties, it's always good to try to book in advance so you can get more likely the dates that you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of the bakery, the baking part of it, all the things that you're offering at the display, I hope people in the community know they can come in and purchase that.
We've been doing real well, actually, yeah. I can't keep baklava on, which is kind of neat because, in a small town, maybe many people haven't tried something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very unique dessert. It's not your typical, should I say, Western dessert, which requires flour and icings and creams. This is more Middle Eastern, and it's more a nut-based dessert with syrup. Next to no fat except for the sugar and the syrup and honey. It's honey also as well. Actually, Middle Eastern desserts are actually on the complex side to make. Growing up, I remember seeing these things that were fantastic and that seemed there was a lot of technique to make them. Just the dough that they use, filo, is a dough that rolls out that it's so thin you can read a newspaper behind it.
Huh.
So, and you make many layers of this to make the pastries, but there's not a lot of butter or fats or things of this nature in those types of desserts. Also, there were desserts that kept non-refrigerated. And for obvious reasons, certain parts of the Middle East, not all, are quite warm. So, these things were meant to keep at room temperature.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
And probably quite tasty. I've not had one.
You've not had baklava?
No.
Oh, man, it's good.
Yeah, baklava is good, but that's only one. And that became popular here, I think, more through the Greeks, actually, through their gyro sandwiches, which is, this all goes back to the Ottoman Empire and how they spread. It all starts with the Turks, how they spread through the Middle East, and how these things started integrating through that part of the world, being the Mediterranean and northern Africa and through the Middle East.
I think sometimes, correct me here if I'm off, but I think the general public, including myself, sometimes thinks that baked things have to be sweet, but I don't know that's totally necessary or the real truth.
Right. Well, when you travel, that's what you realize. We eat very sweet here. Our sweets are very sweet, okay? If you look at your typical pastries from Europe, say French pastries, they're not. The buttercreams are made differently. They don't use shortenings like we use here. It's not about the sweetness. Many times it's more about flakiness, layers, butteriness. Their butter is different than ours here, higher in fat content, which is and some baking aspects produce better things and some not so much. But it is different. Yes, we eat very sweet here. And, being Germanic, Anglo-Saxon, it's a different type of pastry, even though in these countries in Europe, they're a little different. A lot of the Anglo-Saxon stuff came here and evolved to what we're kind of having now, which is donuts and all good, too. I'm not talking. I'm just saying it's very different when it comes to the sweet to the palate. The European will not eat that sweet. And the sugars, they're more into sugar and the raw there, as they are in South America. We eat very processed sugar here.
Yeah, it's a lot different. And the butter that you speak of, you definitely can tell the difference in that.
I mean, here, if you ever go by, they offer it in stores, and some stores, Kerrygold, I think it's called. It's Irish butter. You'll see the difference.
Yeah.
You'll see the difference.
They really like to... Everything has butter in
it. Very high fat content.
Yeah, all very good. And sweet or not sweet, it's all good. Tasty. Yeah,
it's all good.
All good. So check out the pastry display at the Aero Hotel. It's fantastic to have those choices here in Custer County. So,
yeah, good.
All right. How's the help situation? You still looking for?
We are. We're always looking. Like a lot of the kids went back to their college and to high school. So this is the time of the year where business does lean out a little bit through the winter and the fall, but we're always taking applications.
Okay. All right. They just stop in and ask for you.
They can go to the front desk and they'll fill out an application. Sure, they can ask for me too if they're interested to work in the kitchen.
All right. Okay. Anything else?
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's good to see you again.
Likewise. It's been a while.
We need to get you back on another subject we talked about last time about what you're doing sometimes when you're not.
Taking tourists into the Amazon.
Yeah. I think that would be an interesting subject, taking tourists into the Amazon.
I think we should do a remote broadcast.
From the Amazon?
Yeah, let Afif take us to the Amazon.
Bring a lot of bug spray.
We'll do the breakfast show from there.
And a generator, maybe.
Well, it's actually interesting. Parts of the Amazon, due to the petro and the mining industries, getting permission from the various different tribes, they have brought high tech in because they need it. And they have given it to the Waranis, and the young generation is learning about all that. And they have to, because there is an evolving going on between, to think that you can go in the Amazon and see Stone Age people anymore. If you do, you probably won't come out. So it's very remote, extremely, and they have let you know that, no, don't come see us. But most of the indigenous people still live very much like they used to, but have civilized in the sense that do accept tourists and are very friendly toward tourists and see the benefit of the dollars that they bring for their children to go into the modern world.
Yeah. Well, we'll have you out for that sometime.
Okay.
That's all right. Fee, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Fee, our guest from the Bonfire and the Arrow Hotel and Suites. We will continue with these words here on The Breakfast Show.
The Beau Bootery Retirement Store Closing Sale in Broken Bow continues this week. Going on now. Every item in the store is half off the original price or more. Get half off all Western boots, half off all Western hats, half off all men's and women's sandals and flip-flops, half off all ladies' casual and fashion shoes, and half off all winter boots. Even more, get 65% off all men's and ladies' athletic shoes. Shop now before the stock runs out. We're also selling our store fixtures and equipment, including an LED scrolling marquee sign, cash counter, and cash register. While you're there, register to win one of our 10 fantastic prizes, including a Samsung 65-inch smart TV and 5.3-quart GE kitchen mixer. That's our Beau Bootery store closing sale at 440 South 8th Avenue in Broken Bow. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4. Take advantage of these half off or more deals before we close our doors forever.
Brent and Dave with you. Thanks to Afif for coming in from the bonfire here in Broken Bow. Good place to eat, have fun with friends. Those pastries sounded awfully good.
Oh, man. Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm. All right, couple things here that we want to tell you about before we close the Friday edition of The Breakfast Show. A very important issue that we've been bringing to you for a long time because the people who created this site want you to use it. Community member has taken it on themselves, community members, a small handful of folks, took it upon themselves to bring awareness to mental health and the importance of reaching out when needed. There was a website created as a resource of mental health providers in Custer County. The address is mhpcc.org. There is a Spanish and English version, and the last I looked, it's basically a text site with all the information you're going to need. There's not a lot of fancy things on it. It's just the information right in front of you, maybe a few tips and so forth that might help kind of get the word out of some things that maybe can cut off anxiety and depression. But when it comes to the mental health issue, we all know it can be treated, it needs to be treated, and if it isn't treated, bad things happen. So reach out and let your loved one or friend or workmate or church member know about this website, mhpcc.org.
As we've been mentioning throughout the show, everybody knows the big game tomorrow, Nebraska and Colorado, and I'm sure that there will be many hosting watch parties around the area. And you might be wondering, you know what, I just don't know if I'm going to have time to make the food. Well, nothing goes better with football than pizza. Mm-hmm. So call the Pizza Hut, and they'll have you covered for the big game tomorrow and through the weekend. They always offer some great in-store specials, so visit with them about what they have available. The Big Dinner Box is a great treat for everybody. You get a lot of food, and it feeds the whole family. So check that out, the Big Dinner Box, available at Pizza Hut in Broken Bow. Always available for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. Give them a call at 872-6472, and they'll get you all set up. If you'd like to join the Pizza Hut team, talk to General Manager Ladarius. Stop in and talk to him if you're looking for a part-time or even a full-time job. Still needing some team members to join their wonderful team at the Pizza Hut in Broken Bow.
And the breakfast show statement centered around Ladarius, as he's a cool guy.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Now, this just in, a tan dog with a tag and phone number on the tag has been hanging out up at the hospital here in Broken Bow. And they call the number, and it just, nobody answers, and it goes to, I'm not sure, answering machine, or sometimes it'll go. Have you ever had this happen? Because everybody has an answering service, but they don't clear their messages.
Oh, the mailbox is full.
And
yes,
you are full. I don't know for sure what the situation is, but the number that is on the dog's tag is not working. So if you're listening out there and your tan dog named Kit, his name is Kit, is hanging out at the hospital. He knows that nurses are very friendly people, and he wants to be treated nicely by nurses. I don't know why he's there. But Kit needs to get home. So if it's your dog, go up to the hospital, and he'll be hanging out there at the Broken Bow Hospital here at Jenny Melham.
Sounds good.
This is National Pardon Day. Forgot to mention that earlier.
Pardon Day. Okay.
Now, there's a lot of discussion about pardons these days, but the one that probably made a pardon more known was back when in 74, President Ford pardoned President Nixon for his involvement in the Watergate scandal. And there's some that say that lowered the bar, and that's why we have these multiple pardons to, citizens who have done favors to powerful people. Let's put it that way. So I'll leave it up to you what you think of pardons. Forgiveness makes more sense to me, but pardons, this is also national, tomorrow. Wait a minute, Sunday, I wanted to mention, if on Sunday, a pizza sounds good, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
But if you want to just go back in time with, your spouse or your friend, maybe somebody you were a bachelor or bachelorette with, it's National TV Dinner Day on Sunday.
Oh, nice. All right. I've had my share of those.
We had a few in the early years. Also, chicken pot pies were very friendly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I did want to mention this. This is a top story that I think you folks are going to want to know about if you haven't read about it or heard it on the radio or TV. I don't know if you watch any of the U.S. Open tennis tournament.
You know what? This year I've not watched one single point.
Well, there was a big semi-final match at the Open that was stopped for almost 40 minutes.
I did hear about this.
Climate protester glued himself to the stadium. Sorry. You can imagine how the rowdy New York City crowd was not too happy about that. Neither were the players who were trying to stay in the game mode while battling the heat. It's very hot there. The players are really having to hydrate, and it all comes out in the first set. Eventually, the cops fixed the sticky situation, and the American won, moving on to the women's final on Saturday. But basically, this person, a climate protester, glued himself to the stadium.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that.
It's a world we live in, my friend.
Yeah. I do think the American was Coco Gauff.
Yeah, that's
right.
Right?
Yep. And 17, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
She's
I
17.
didn't know that.
I think so. I think she's just youngest American female, I think, to make the finals since Serena Williams.
Would you go halves with me on a metal detector?
A metal detector?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe. I think metal detecting would be really neat. I had a couple of, when I was growing up, a couple of teachers where I went to school. Mm-hmm. One was our neighbor. They were into metal detecting, and it was really cool. I think they both came over to our house once or twice and found some rare coins and stuff that were in the ground. So yeah, I think it'd be a very interesting, entertaining hobby.
Just the other day, a very nice gentleman knocked on our door and asked permission to use a metal detector in our yard. Mm-hmm. And he found a few things, nothing, didn't look like anything real valuable, but he did find some coins and some old pieces in the ground, and a cartridge, a gun cartridge.
Oh, really?
It had been shot. A bullet cartridge.
Oh, wow.
That could have been one night when no, we don't have only a shotgun at our house, so I don't think that was us. Anyway, I think it's pretty cool, and there's a story about a guy in Norway who just found a priceless booty of gold jewelry dating back almost 1,600 years.
Wow.
The ornate coins are part of an ancient Norse necklace, and they estimate, in fact, they don't even have a price on it yet, but they said this particular person will now be very, very rich. Mm-hmm. So if we went halves on a metal detector, I was wondering, I'm a little short right now, but I was wondering if you'd go ahead and buy it, and then if we found something, I'd be able to pay you.
Oh, wow, that sounds like an interesting deal, to say the least.
Well, you think about it, neighbor.
Yeah. Now, let me guess. The reason you can't afford your half is because someone hasn't paid you yet for a service that you did for them earlier in the summer.
I'm way in debt on my secondary business.
I figured, yeah.
And I'm paying interest on the loan.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I had to have, the mower fixed up and everything, and I had to borrow some money, and then I was expecting to get paid, and I haven't got paid. Now I can't buy a metal detector.
Man, I tell you, just terrible to be you.
Oh, man, it's tough. It's really tough. Hey, everybody, have a great homecoming here in Broken Bow. All you other folks out there have great time with your teams and so forth. The rodeos this weekend, high school rodeo in town. No cost to go out and see that. Lots of good things to do.
Yes, have a good weekend.